There you go. There it is. Oh, even more.
That was underneath the enchilada. Anyway, had to move the logs. I don't remember what I was going to say.
Oh, I think it was, were those Shinra rockets?
Right.
Welcome to No One Can Know About This, a podcast where we play every Final Fantasy. I'm Jeff Ekman.
And I'm Ryan Kazmiski.
And here we go, Season 4, Episode 13. I can't believe we're already that far into the season. Before we get started this week, we wanted to tell you about some shit that happened over the last week or two.
Well, this is the week of E3 right now that we're recording this.
Right.
The E3 where they gave us
some Final Fantasy VII
I would call it an
remake
announcement.
news.
They announced the date and gave us like a remake trailer.
Well, actually, what happened was we went to what was called the Final Fantasy VII Reunion Symphony.
A symphonic reunion. Yeah, which was a night before the Square Enix press conference.
Right, and so we went to this amazing symphony. We were expecting, to hear all the music from Final Fantasy VII.
Yeah, we went to, it was at the Dolby Theater. It was at like the grandest theater you can rent in Los Angeles.
Where the Oscars are held.
Yeah, and yeah, we were pretty excited for this. When we first got the tickets, we were not thinking like, oh, it's right at E3.
Right.
It didn't cross my mind this whole thing could be just an E3 stunt that we were paying for. You know what I mean?
Well, because that's the thing. At the end of the symphony, they showed like an early limited teaser trailer that announced the date of the Final Fantasy VII remake. Mm-hmm. But more than that, let's talk about the symphonic experience for a minute.
Yeah, so, we go in, the inside of the Dolby Theater is amazing.
Yeah.
We're, like, surrounded by people who are, like, dressed as Aerith.
Yeah, it was a lot of cosplay and stuff.
And then, yeah, like, we sit down, like, the director of the game comes out.
Yeah, the director of Final Fantasy VII himself, Yoshinori Kitase, came to the thing, and he came and introduced, it was like, it's great that you're all here for this 22-year reunion that
seriously.
we're having. And so what happened was that the show was so weird that we decided to turn on my voice memos recorder at intermission and record our thoughts about it, because what kept happening was the orchestra would play a song from the game, and then the lights would dim, and the orchestra would go silent, and a file from the game would then play.
Yeah.
Like a music file that we've heard.
The PC release even. Like, not even the better...
On, like, some of the speakers that are in the Dolby Theater.
Yeah.
Like, they didn't
quietly. Yeah, sort of wafting through the air. I mean, like, he came out, they played the music along to the opening credits, and then the conductor left the stage for, I swear to God, 20 minutes while we watched Final Fantasy VII on a giant screen, and an entire Philharmonic orchestra with a choir stood there doing nothing.
At this point, I'm at a place where it's like, I know every fucking line. I don't need to watch this game anymore. It was ridiculous. We should also explain that, like, this symphony told the whole story of Final Fantasy VII through video as well. Mm-hmm. So it was like all the cutscenes that are key to the whole story.
And then also, all of the trailers and cutscenes from Advent Children and Dirge of Cerberus and animes that I don't even know existed. Like crazy shit that is tangentially related.
Before Crisis, I think. Like, we were just like, what is any of this?
Yeah.
I thought the rabbit hole went too deeper than it was supposed to go. That was gross. And the idea that there's more out there that I haven't even heard of, and all I've been doing is thinking about Final Fantasy VII for like a year.
I know.
It's crazy.
I'm here for the reunion.
But yeah, to cap it all off at the end, we got to see a short trailer and then like the release date, and then the following day was the actual press conference with the full trailer and the full thing.
Which we also recorded our reactions to that.
And we anticipate 2 Blu-ray discs worth of gameplay content.
Holy shit.
The first game in this project expands on the story of Midgar and is such an elaborate retelling that it has become a solid standalone game in its own right.
About this Final Fantasy VII Remake, to give some of our thoughts about what they've announced. First of all, I want to say that the battling, which includes turn-based as well as action, seems awesome.
Yeah, I saw that and I was like, oh man, like this is what the combat in 15 should have been like.
Right.
Once an ATV bar is full, you can enter tactical mode, where time slows to
Yes.
command menu. This beautiful
Dude,
You get an actual turn when you fill up the
Dude,
meter.
that is yes.
They did it. That's
They
so
figured
cool.
out how to do some level of turn based.
Isn't that right, everyone?
That's so awesome.
Actions you're taking in the action part is filling up an ATB bar, which then once it fills, everything goes into slow
Yeah, then you
motion.
get a turn.
And you get an actual turn where you might summon something or do like an
Yeah.
attack or whatever.
It looks amazing. Like I've
I'm
been
more
skeptical
impressed with
about
this, yeah.
remake from day one, and then I saw this presentation and I was like, oh my god.
Even the voice acting sounds better than I expected. I'm not going to say it's good, but it's better than I expected.
That, oh my god. And it looks great.
And if Cloud has the right materia equipped and enough
I can't believe I'm excited about fucking materia. Shit. Oh no, what's gonna happen?
I can't wait to play this.
I'm super thrilled about all of this. The only question that lingers in my mind is it ever gonna be finished?
Well, yeah, because they sort of muddled through this, but the thing is, this first game is only in Midgar, and it supposedly is as long as a Final Fantasy game is, so like 100 hours or
I
something.
mean, what the fuck are you talking
it's only
about?
in Midgar, and then they're not even. They're in the planning phases for the next game.
Yeah,
So we're gonna
when
be playing
is
Final
that gonna
Fantasy VII for like the rest of our fucking lives.
They're gonna be releasing Final Fantasy VII for the rest of our
I
lives.
know. It's just like every other Final Fantasy thing ever. It's like
Exciting, but frustrating and baffling
just
and
like the
angering
concert.
and wonderful.
It's like, yeah. It's just anyway, very exciting and also extremely like frustrating
yeah.
and
I can totally imagine how Midgar could be its own whole game, but I just can't help but feel like you're gonna end that and have spent an entire Final Fantasy game in an industrialized city. I don't care how much extensive shit you can do in it.
I know.
If you're
like,
not going to an ice town
you're not
or a
going
beach town.
to a lot of locations, and on top of that, you're going to end a Final Fantasy game going like, well, that was like the beginning
Yeah.
of a story
You're
that I
gonna-
know already.
You're gonna walk out into like a field and it's gonna go to black.
Yeah, like you'll leave the city and the whole world will be ahead of you and it'll just end. I mean, there's no way that's going to be a fun thing to have.
And then you have
happen.
to. Then it's gonna be like 2 years before they announce that the next part is coming
My
out.
God,
Like-
it's just like
Well, anyway, if you're interested in more of our take on the symphony and the remake, the press conference and all that, we actually recorded our thoughts, both listening to it as you heard, and some more thoughts about it, and we're putting that out as a Patreon episode. So for just $1, if you want to hear more of our thoughts on the remake and our experience with the symphony, head on over to patreon.com/nocat, that's NOCKAT, and you'll hear the episode.
Yep.
And with that, let's get going on this show.
Yeah, so where are we?
Where we left off, we entered the town of Coral.
From Coral, you go to the Gold Saucer. There's a bunch of stuff there. I'm not sure
I'm very
how far
excited
this
about the
episode
next
goes.
the
but
next
that's-
chunk of this game is going to be great. So we've just entered North Coral.
Yeah, this is the place where we walked in and everyone surrounded Barret and was like, ain't seen you around here in a long time.
Yeah, you
Like,
destroy everything you touch.
Yeah, so everyone's mad at Barret. We don't know why yet.
And we're going to find out. Without any further ado, we're talking to a store owner, and let's get into it. I'm going to listen to your story. Take that road on the left to the ropeway station. The ropeway will take you to the Gold Saucer.
Oh, fuck.
Doesn't mean much to us poor folks, though. That's your story?
That's my story.
Okay, that's your story. We should probably get one of everything that we don't have.
Yeah.
Or two. So we dump a ton of money on the store owner in this town. Like, we just gave that guy 5,000 gil, and he's going like, I'm just the poorest guy in
I
town.
know. Why don't you go to the Gold Saucer now, dude?
If you want to, yeah, he's gonna go blow it all at the gold saucer. Be right back where he started. If you want to survive, then you're gonna need some of my weapons. The Force Stealer.
Oh shit.
Should we steal Force?
Yeah.
Guard Source.
We're going around doling out our sources, which permanently increase a stat for your character.
Yeah, we're in the menu. It's good a time as any. Mm-hmm. And the people that I can give it to are Cloud, Eris, and Red the 13th. Let's give one to Cloud.
Don't give any to her.
Don't?
No.
Why not her?
Well.
Oh, god damn it. Jesus Christ. Let me live in that world for a minute.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry. You totally were in it.
God, I
know.
Forgot.
Sorry, I'm sorry.
Jesus.
Just to clarify, you don't want to give it to Eris because she's gonna die, so it's wasted.
But we theoretically wouldn't know that. It's like she's like somebody who's pregnant but hasn't announced it yet, turning down a glass of wine, and everybody's like, why? Why aren't you drinking?
Yeah, except instead of being pregnant, she's like, actually, I'm in a suicide cult, and it's not a glass of wine. It's like you can be permanently faster. See this? It's wasted on me. I'll be joining the UFO this weekend.
I hear it's a big fad now in the city to get tattoos, is that right? That's right. I guess I should get an O tattoo.
0.
For a poor man like me, 0 gotta be perfect.
Wow, everyone here is real down on their luck. I mean, look at that building, though.
Yeah, it's seen better days.
Instead of stairs, they just got old signs.
It's not up to code. Welcome. It's 50 gil a night. Would you like a room? Sure. Enjoy your stay. Man, this inn sucks.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Gold sauce. So we walk up to a big gondola.
Yeah, this is like the tram to the gold saucer.
Yeah, or gondola, I think some people pronounce it as.
I call it a gondola.
Me too. So we're all standing outside of that, and we're taking stock of the story so far.
Barret, what are those people mad at you about?
Barret, what happened? My hometown used to be around here.
What do you mean used to?
It ain't around here no more. Heard it got buried in just 4 years.
But how could those people say those terrible things?
And it's my fault. All my fault.
So we go to a flashback which shows Coral in its glory back when it was a shack town.
Yeah, just to be clear, the town we're in, I think the people who live here are like the residents of a town that used to exist that Barret lived in. Like,
right.
This is not the same location.
So Barrett's telling us the history of his hometown, Coral.
And why it's all his fault that it's gone.
My hometown. Coral's always been a coal mining town. It's so dusty but calm and so poor.
That's not me.
That's the first time I ever heard the word Mako reactor mentioned since
So in the flashback, we go into like one of the houses where they're having a town meeting to discuss like, hey, do you think we should give up coal for Mako? I think.
Like throw out the coal, bring in the Mako, out with the old, in with the new.
Which, I mean, as we all know, getting rid of coal is like a huge mistake. You never want to do that for some reason.
Always bring back coal jobs. The only one against this is Dine. For clarity, Dine is a guy.
Yeah, and he's the only guy who thinks this is a bad idea.
Right, it's spelled D-Y-N-E.
Dean.
I'm definitely against it, no matter what. There's nothing to talk about if you're thinking about throwing away our coal. Bring back our coal jobs.
Our coal's been, and it's not killing the planet, it's that damn Mako. But Tyne, listen. No one uses coal nowadays. It's the sign of the times.
We're all on this Mako energy.
I mean, you can argue for not signing up with Shinra,
right?
But doesn't seem like the coal is doing them any good anymore either.
It'll be all right, Dine. Shinra Inc. will guarantee your livelihood once the Mako reactor is completed. Just put your life and future in the hands of this shady corporation.
Listen, Dine, I don't want my wife, Myrna, to suffer anymore.
I know how you feel. I feel the same way too, damn it. But even so, I won't give away our coal mines. So I guess the town was like, fuck off, Dine, we're doing this.
Yeah, he was outvoted. I guess they're trying to console him.
Yeah, but the choice was made.
That's how the coral reactor was built and completed.
Built out of
We
sadness.
all thought it would bring us an easier life.
Wait, the whole town got together and decided this. How exactly is it Barrett's fault?
I don't know. It seems like it's not. It seems like it's not his fault at all.
And also, we're going to talk about this later, but where is the original coral? Was it destroyed and then rebuilt as like that shack town?
You know, it doesn't make any... The original coral, or wherever Barret is from, he says was buried 4 years ago, but later we're going to go to the location that it was...
Let's tease this out, because this part literally does not track.
It makes no sense at all.
What the fuck? And then flames!
It happened when Dinah and I were out of town for a few days.
Really?
Coral was burned down by the Shinra troops.
Holy shit, how is this?
And the townspeople, all my relatives, everyone, everything.
And the only survivors blame me for causing it. How is it your fault?
And now I'm on a search. Like some kind of searcher. There was an explosion at a reactor. Shinra blamed the accident on the people, said it was done by a rebel faction.
Alright, wait. Barret says that there was an explosion at the reactor, and that then caused the town to be on fire. Is that right?
No, he says that that Shinra blamed the town. They think they like sabotage the reactor, so they just come in and burn it down and kill everybody.
Okay, so the reactor blew up. That did not affect the town. Shinra thought that the town was responsible for that and then burned the town down.
Yeah, and I mean, you and I looked this up. The reactor that supposedly exploded was that one over by, like, Minecart Funtown in the mountains.
In the mountains that looks totally not exploded at all.
Yeah.
Right, that's right. With the train car, yeah, I know what you're saying. That Mako reactor. Because there's a ton of them around this world.
So the reactor must have blown up and then they rebuilt.
Then they rebuilt that one.
I can't even discuss it because the thing that doesn't make sense about that is we see the town burning down from a railroad bridge, and it's not in a mountain. It's like in a forest.
It's in a forest is where the town is.
I mean, yeah.
That's so terrible.
Well, I guess that's true. But more than Shinra, I couldn't forgive myself. Never should have gone along with the building of that reactor.
So yeah, it's not his fault. He just blames himself, and so do a lot of other people.
Yeah, well, I guess he got scapegoated. It happens.
Right. So that's why he blames himself, just for, like, being fooled by the promises Shinra made back then? Don't blame yourself.
Well, that's why I get so pissed off. Not only did they take advantage of me, but I lost my wife, Myrna, too.
Hey, everyone, if you want to go to the Gold Saucer, hurry and get it.
Yeah, the conductor's like, guys.
Should we go?
Yeah.
Ride that ropeway?
Oh.
Let's get on the gondola. Let's get...
Gondola. Dine was my best friend. We was close ever since we was kids.
He's still, like, mumbling about this story.
I never knew. Barret never said a thing.
He just
I never asked why he wanted to blow up reactors and kill people.
Yeah, no kidding.
We better go on. No animals allowed, sorry.
Yeah, no cats on the on the gondola.
Despite the locations not really making any sense, I actually like that story a lot. It feels realistic to me. Like, the coal's not doing it anymore. We're, like, falling into poverty, and then this corporation that has, like, a terrible reputation comes to town and makes you feel like your only option is them.
But yeah, anyway, we get on the gondola, and the gondola is, like, it's a giant, like, ship that's attached to two ropes which go up, and the way that it travels is it's not like the rope moves, like it's like a chairlift.
Well, yeah, it's not. It looks like a gondola, except
that it has propellers that spin up and like drive it up the ropes. Ooh, I like the way this works.
I would be so anxious watching this propeller spin next to the cable as you're like going up it, like the wind is blowing you.
I would never get on this thing. This is cool.
Doesn't that seem like so dangerous? You're gonna,
Ryan,
like,
hey, we're gonna ride the. I'm starting to really like it.
Oh man, dude, I'm so happy to hear that.
It's beginning to set in.
Look at this shit.
Who I like.
And then as we sail into the sky on ropes, we turn the camera to reveal that we're like headed towards a golden tree made of discs.
Yeah, like where every branch is like a giant arena. It's that big of a structure.
Yeah, it's so big that you can hear people cheering in jubilation from like outside of it, and there's just balloons coming off of it and
well,
fireworks.
I think there's also like a roller coaster that goes around through it, like it's New York,
It's like,
in the fucking Vegas.
It's like if you took the Vegas Strip and you stacked it vertically,
right?
You know, like, and it's all kind of integrated into like a tower.
Whoa!
That's
this
what we
is
saw
the
in the
tree.
distance.
It's a city. Yeah, this is a floating city.
It's a casino.
It's the gold saucer. Oh my God! Look at this place. Holy shit! This is amazing. We look at this shit.
It seems so exciting and fun.
There's like big spotlights that are going from vertical to the side, and like it's such a production.
Yeah, and you see it and you go like, a casino, and we're gonna have a blast in here.
We're gonna have only fun in this place. Welcome, Gold Saucer. Look at our 90s signage.
Oh. Did you ever think you'd be so happy to enter the world of minigames?
Oh my God.
To the casino
I didn't
theme
even
park
realize,
of the Gold
course,
Saucer.
the casino was full of fucking minigames.
Of course. Welcome. Welcome to hell.
Welcome to fucking hell. I'm a piece of shit with some eyeballs. Enter me.
Yeah, and the inside of the Gold Saucer has like a Pee-wee's Playhouse aesthetic.
Totally.
Where absolutely everything has eyes on it. And there's no doors, there's only mouths. Like you're walking through like a psychedelic children's book.
Oh, God. Welcome to the Gold Saucer.
Welcome to the Gold Saucer.
How do I get up to the... I feel like I can get it. Isn't there a blue thing up on that branch? You see right above me? Like an item?
Oh, I don't think you get that. I think it's like the nail holding the sign in.
So out front of the main entrance to the Gold Saucer, because like the gondola leads you to like a platform that has the main entrance on it. There's a save point. What? It costs money to save?
Yeah, it does. Oh my
Back
God.
to the first game.
And now they're using it as like flavor.
I have no money? Why do I have no money? Oh, because this is GP.
Oh yeah, this isn't Gil.
This isn't Gil.
They have their own. You
They
gotta
have
go
their
buy
own
some
Gold
You gotta buy
Saucer.
some chips, dude.
Oh, shit. Everyone loves when the arcade has tokens instead of quarters.
Yeah, or they give you a card to fill up, and
Right.
you pay fractions for
And then, wouldn't it be great if once you got into the arcade, they were like, oh, these games take a certain type of token, which you can only get through other tokens.
Yeah, and in this arcade, when you walk from this one into that one, you lose all of your points
Yeah,
for that arcade.
we remove it from your
we're
pocket.
getting ahead of ourselves, but the Gold Saucer
Fuck
is
this
just
place.
covered in red tape that's designed to bleed you.
Oh my... Oh, God. I gotta change my Gil into tokens? Oh, fuck.
Welcome to the Gold Saucer.
Are you together?
A single pass is 3,000 Gil. You can purchase a lifetime pass. Oh,
I do
boy.
want a lifetime
I do
pass.
too.
I don't have enough money. I gotta go walk around in the woods. Yeah, we bought all those items from that store in Coral.
Yeah, now we're pretty broke. Plus, we want the lifetime pass because we know that we're going to come in here more than once.
We're coming here all the time.
Yeah, I love that the gondola ride up here is free, and then you get here and there's immediately a huge fee.
Yeah, just
you
put
can't
this
even,
at the bottom of the gondola ride.
you can't even use the bathroom. You can't even get in to get the tokens you need to use the bathroom, and then you just gotta wait and take the gondola back down because you're broke.
Fuck. To go into the casino and then save?
See if you can just go in.
Yeah,
Oh,
please buy
fuck.
a ticket here.
Yeah, we gotta go back down.
God, fucking shit. They could have stopped us and told us that earlier. 600 Gil. I bought all those weapons.
I'll go grind for some money.
You want to grind for a little bit?
Yeah.
I want to get some water and shit. So it's everyone's favorite part of this game's grind time.
I mean, should I just try to make enough to buy a lifetime pass?
I mean, we should consider it. I just had a really stupid thought about if there was a type of bomb called the O-bomb.
The O-bomb.
Okay, and then you have multiple prototypes of that, and so you know, like the A, the B, and the C. So it would be the O-bomb A.
O-bomb A. Obama?
That's where I'm going.
Okay, why is it called an O-bomb?
Because it's circular. It's like a donut. It's like a bomb that's a donut.
Okay. Good enough.
It's an
That's
O-bomb.
There just had to be.
You throw it like a frisbee.
Any reason other than the Obama.
Your mind really wanders when you're grinding in this game.
Yeah. So let me get this. You were just thinking about the word name Obama.
I don't know how
and you were
what
like,
I was
bomb
thinking
is in
of.
it.
Yeah.
But to make it an H bomb or an A bomb,
You know what
would
this
need
might
an
have
O-bomb,
been rooted in
and
is
then-
I remember that there was a robot that is on the International Space Station is called Robonaut 2, which they call R2 because it's a space robot. And I was always thinking, like, how do you get to, like, you know, Robonaut 2
Right.
Mark
because
D,
you want your robot
and then you need
to be
the
named
you need
R2 because it's cute. Why
Right.
do you want your bomb
But
to
wait,
be
I'm-
named Obama?
I'm not done. I'm trying to get it to R2D2.
Yeah, okay.
Where it's like you get to level you get to Mark D of the R2, and then you have to replace that one, so it's the second R2D, and then you get R2D2. And so I'm trying to get. I don't know why I'm trying to get to Obama.
I know. I'm just.
But I have nothing to explain myself with.
That's fine. You don't need to. Sometimes your brain
Tries
stuff.
to make a wordplay and is just like, you're just working extremely hard to make a wordplay happen.
And unfortunately for you, whenever you tell me even a good wordplay, my brain goes like, "You're right. Those are two similar words."
Are they
And
ever
then
really good though?
Sometimes.
I don't know. I can't believe Chairman of the Broad was not a movie.
I can't either. I can't believe we both just assumed it was. I was like, it's got to have Rodney Dangerfield in it. We just invented a fake movie just based on what we assumed had to be true. Like our brains,
About a time before we
our
were
brains
even
thought they were like, this has to be the truth about it.
Like I want to use that like it's like the Berenstein Bears thing for people. Like I want to be like you remember Chairman of the Broad, right?
Yeah.
With Rodney Dangerfield.
Remember that movie? I mean, I'm sure most people.
Did you know that? And then it's like it's a parallel universe where that existed. The Mandela effect. I'm gonna pull up the FF7 Wikipedia. Learn some shit. It is the 7th installment in the Final Fantasy series.
Okay.
Not according to us.
Just doing the work so we can have fun at the casino.
Just like that guy who we gave 5,000 gil to, so that he could go have fun in the casino.
What do you think's going on with those people who we gave 30,000 gil to?
Fuck, I hope they're alive.
Yeah, I hope that worked out for them. 'Cause I
They've
could really
got
use
enough
that
to
money.
finance their fucking shit. Should we go back and check on them? Is
Are you
time
proposing
passing?
that we walk back there?
How? No.
I don't even think we can. We
Is there
took a
gonna be
boat.
fast
Like
tra- we need the
we took a
airboat.
boat like across the world.
We need our
I don't
airboat,
think we can go back.
and then we can go back and check on them. I mean, like, what do you like? What?
We just recently saw an airship for the first time, and everyone was like, "Ooh, cool, an airship."
Yeah, well, I want my own. Oh,
Oh,
development.
look at like the mountains we just crossed, like all those pointy ones, are
Oh,
like
yeah.
where we were in those.
Oh, that's cool. Development of this game began in 1994, originally for the SNES.
What?
Yep. And then delays and technical difficulties from experimenting on several platforms, they moved it to the PlayStation. Final Fantasy VII introduced more widespread science fiction elements and a more realistic presentation. I don't know if I agree with
I
that.
mean, look, this is more realistic than 6. Anything in 6, nothing in 6 looks this realistic. That's true.
Define realistic.
That's true. He looks more like a person. I mean, it's just true. I don't understand.
All right,
it's
you're right.
just
You're right.
fucking
You're right.
true.
You're right. You're right. You're right. You're right. You're right. You're totally right. Yeah, the game had a staff of over 100. It's been ballooning since Final Fantasy 1's 5 people. How many cooks can we shove into this kitchen?
Yeah, at least.
We're going to get at least 1,500 people in that kitchen. Everybody's trying to make Final Fantasy 15.
Let's see how many people this boat can hold.
Yeah, until it sinks. We're going to put enough people on it until this boat
Until you're looking around
sinks.
at the party and you're going like, wait, is the captain gone?
Remains widely regarded as a landmark title and one of the greatest games of all time. When people say all time, they should say past time, because all time includes future time, and that is probably not true.
I don't think when you say the phrase all time, you're including future time, because that time hasn't happened. So.
Then be more accurate.
Okay, got it. The best, greatest game so far.
Yeah.
Dude, 2,000 polygons.
Nathan Drake has, like, that much in one of his pores.
I know.
It would have required an estimated 30 64 Double D discs to run Final Fantasy VII properly with the data compression methods of the day.
Wow.
Yeah, and then they were just like, saw the light with CD-ROM. Read-only memory.
Yeah.
Show us the way.
It is nuts also that it just runs this off of the disc. Like, there's no installs or anything, which seems...
But, like, what is... It was crazy to me when that stopped being the case.
I know. And
when
now
it started
it's weird that it wasn't before.
Right.
Like, when I really think about it, I go like, that's kind of remarkable that you didn't have to install shit.
But it didn't have a hard drive in it, I guess.
No, it didn't.
It just had, like, enough to run its own software.
That was like... One of the big gambles they made on 360 was they were like, it's gotta have a hard drive because Xbox Live, people are gonna be downloading games and shit. Broadband is getting better and better. Like, you gotta put a hard drive in it because we're gonna sell shit to them from their living room.
Yeah, they're gonna fucking eat it up, and they're not gonna even be able to sell it back. And they're gonna spend like $65 on games like The Order 1883.
Yeah, and then they were like, they love it so much. The next step should be us just saying flatly that you can't play used games on our console. And of course, flip their shit.
And then you know what?
I couldn't believe they even announced that.
What if we
you said that out loud as part of your presentation? And the great thing about Xbox is that you have to buy the games new. They won't work if they're used.
They had to walk back so much that they had announced initially. Like that, it's so easy to forget how much that first announcement had nothing to do with it being a game console. They were too distracted by the Apple TV. This is a family computer.
A Famicom.
Exactly.
A Family-com.
A family-com. So if you were wondering, Ryan's preferred method of running around is to go in a tight circle.
Yeah, well, like, since you turn sharper if you press, like, L1 and R1 or something when you're running, because it spins the camera in the direction you're turning,
right,
you can run in a really tight circle. This is mostly, I think, for when you're flying the airship.
Right, but really what it is here is we don't need to go anywhere, we just need to grind.
If you get it just right, like the middle of the screen doesn't move at all, you know, and the outside kind of blurs and it looks like a whirlpool.
You look for ways to entertain yourself.
It's so boring.
Yeah, I want to see Bob Ross painting in
Polygon?
Polygon, yeah, like, now you're going to want to put this happy little hump.
I put this piece of screen door over my canvas. That way not all the paint reaches them.
Yeah. Wait, this guy says that there was somebody who designed the limit break system as an evolution of the desperation attacks used in Final Fantasy VI. What are those?
I don't have any idea.
The fuck is it talking about?
Look that up. What?
Desperation attacks. Yeah.
And then, we discover something huge that we just had no idea even existed from the previous game.
Yeah, people, like, since we started airing Season 4 have told us about the desperation attacks, and we're like, that's not a limit break.
Yeah.
And I don't think we ran into it at all, because we just never had our characters get to, like, low HP last game.
Yeah, I mean, it's like we try to do everything in the games, but even when we're trying to do that, we can't.
We can't.
Like, it's impossible.
Desperation attacks are the precursor to the limit break mechanism used in 7. When a character's in critical status, there is a 1 in 16 chance that they will perform a desperation attack upon the attack command. Characters will never use their desperation attacks during the first 25.6 seconds of a battle. A character would enter critical status when their HP drops to less than 1/8 of their max HP, but Strago and Gogo can achieve critical status without losing their HP, because if the enemy has 1/20th of its max HP remaining, Strago and Gogo can use Rippler to gain it. So there's like a game condition that
we just
has a 1 in 16 chance of when you press attack, it does this.
Yeah, that's fucking wild.
I don't think we ever got into like critical status.
Well, we never would leave them. Yeah, we would never leave them long enough to even test that. Like, you know, like of course we never saw them.
And nobody fucking talked about it?
No, it's secret, I guess. That's pretty cool.
Like, look at the, like, you know, the Mirage dive for Locke.
That's pretty sweet.
The Shadow Fang for Shadow.
Games that keep on giving.
The games that keep on gaming.
PlayStation keeps on gaming.
Yeah.
Are you game?
Are you game?
We're still game.
We're still game. Are you game? Oh, this is extremely unimportant, but there's a thing on Netflix, some old Scottish comedy called Still Game.
I forgot we were referencing this. Yeah. I was like, why are you keeping this in here? I don't know what the fuck we're talking about. Yeah, wow, Still Game is terrible.
It's the worst. This week on Still Game. You still game? I'm still game.
Still game.
All right, then let's go. We're going to the game. Is it still on? Is it still
game? The game is on.
God, there's 9 seasons of Still Game?
Apparently it's still running. I just knew it from like scanning over to Netflix and going like, this looks like misery.
Yeah.
But yeah, anyway, Still Game is like a Scottish sitcom about 2 old men who are still game. And it's we tried to watch some of it. It's really boring, but more importantly, when you Google something like Still Game, you get a smorgasbord of what I can only assume are Scottish TV shows that I now want to see, like something called Scot Squad that looks like a cop show.
Scot Squad.
That's a comedy.
Down at the Scotland Yard.
Something called Two Doors Down. Yeah, which you can just look at that picture.
Well, they then became 3 Doors Down and made that song Kryptonite, right?
Gary, Tank Commander.
Oh, that sounds great.
I already have nothing else to say about this. I don't know that it's worth even expounding on it.
I mean, what else do you need to know? It's Still Game. Is the game still?
The PlayStation's on, the game is on. We're game on.
The TV's...
We're still game.
The TV's frozen. Is it
still game?
It's a still game. Is it still game?
We're still game as long as the still game is on.
Hey, you might want to heal some people.
Nah, we're alright.
Anyway, Square retained the passion-based game development approach from their earlier projects, but now had the resources and ambition to create the game they wanted. They did it. This is what they were trying to do. Fuck 6.
Yeah, fuck 6.
Fuck that garbage. This is what we wanted.
That's what I've been saying this whole time. Man, this is really what I've wanted to do this whole time we were playing Final Fantasy.
I know. I've been like, where's the time where we can just hang out and I'm like looking up stupid shit and we're joking around and getting into fights and...
No, I mean like in the times playing the other games. Like I'm realizing right now I wanted to grind in this one.
Oh, you just wanted to do this grind?
Yeah, I just wanted to do this.
This was the grind that you wanted.
This is what I wanted.
I love that because a minute ago in voiceover you were like, this is so boring, this sucks.
Well, that's because we've done so much grind. At this point, this was one of the second grind, really, I guess. And like most of my memory from when I was a kid, you'll find this shocking, is just fighting battles and grinding endlessly.
In these areas.
Yeah, just trying to like...
Yeah, by the end of this experience, we were ruined for grinding.
Yeah, I mean, the fact that it's going to happen again in all of the games is deeply upsetting to me right now.
How much money do we have right now?
I'm going for 20 G's. We'll see how much I have after this fight and then take stock. Cause I told myself I was going to fight till Cloud ran out of magic, and then I was
Wow.
ready Red Dead Redemption 2.
Yeah, no, we're gonna walk back home from this.
No, we're gonna be like, this game has too many
latest
systems in it.
We're talking about how far the graphics have come.
Yeah, and we just remembered that at the end of this week, the day that we returned from the cabin is the day that Red Dead Redemption 2 was coming out.
Which there's actually a lot of amazing parallels between the two games.
Yeah.
Oh my god. Be like, there's gun cleaning and your horses are die. When they die forever.
It tastes so good,
Get a whole stable of horses and you can own a ranch.
But think about what the graphics are going to look like. You know, it was a real missed opportunity in Red Dead Redemption 2 that you couldn't breed a golden horse that could ride on the water and over mountains.
You know what? Actually, that would be a great addition
right?
to that game.
Think about how the graphics are going to look after spending a week looking at this. Okay, now we're talking. Sakaguchi was responsible for writing the initial plot, which was substantially different from the final version. That's why it's based on a story by him. Which is crazy. In this draft, the game's setting was envisioned as New York City in 1999.
What?
So it was like going to be set 2 years in the future in New York City.
Then they used that for Parasite Eve. I remember this.
The main characters were part of an organization trying to destroy Mako reactors, but they were pursued by a hot-blooded detective named Joe.
And you became the detective.
Nickname Sloppy.
Yeah. Got it.
Was his
Slappy.
Nickname Slappy Joe.
Even with all of that, learning like the whole history of the development of Final Fantasy VII, we still don't have enough for a lifetime pass.
Yeah, we have a lot. We have like 20 Gs, I think, something like that.
But we just decided, you know what, let's just go in.
It's time for the gold saucer. Welcome back to hell.
It's only $3,000.
Wait, buy the lifetime pass.
I don't have 30,000.
Fucking 30,000.
Yeah.
So we walk in, and like the main part of this casino, like the main lobby, is a bunch of giant portals.
Yeah.
Which take you to different lands.
Yeah, I feel like it's built like a discovery zone. Like you jump in a tube and slide to the next place.
Yeah.
Wow, let's have fun. I know this isn't the right time to do this.
Eris is ready to ride the rides, but the context of this is that some serious shit's going down.
Yeah, Barret has just been reminded of like the biggest, most formative tragedy of his life. He's contemplating his actions since then.
Hey, Barret, cheer up.
I ain't in no cheery mood.
They're in this nightmarish, gaudy, like, theme park.
So just leave me alone.
Really? That's too bad. We're gonna go play.
So play. Messing around, fuck. Pussies, fucks.
Cunts.
Cocks.
Dicks and butts.
Messing around, little... jerks.
Jerks, yeah.
Don't forget we're after Sephiroth. Go together.
Yeah, let's go together.
You better be careful.
Yeah, let's go together. Let's go together. Let's all go together. Oh.
No.
Oh, you're gonna make us
taking
choose.
the dog. No, we're gonna take Eris.
So you get to like pick which partner you want to buddy up with to go on the field trip.
Right. We can only take one person with us in the group through the casino.
Right. And we're going to take Eris.
I don't know why we can't all go together. Well, I guess it's actually, they mentioned it's too dangerous to walk around with 5 people in a group.
Mm-hmm. It's a safety issue.
Where should we begin? Let's go to the information desk.
Oh god, this is a world of minigames. Oh fuck. It's a tree full of minigames. Yeah, we're looking at the mall map, the You Are Here map of the Gold Saucer, and there is just way too much happening here.
Yeah, there's a lot.
It's overwhelming. Each plate of the tree is a minigame?
Yeah. Wonder Square.
Oh boy.
A number of games await you here. Collect GP at Wonder Square and play some more.
Okay.
Speed Square, a shooting roller coaster, is waiting to take you into the world of excitement.
Okay.
Round Square, take a tour of the park and see the beautiful night scenery of the Gold Saucer.
That sounds nice.
Battle Square, go to the limits in heated battles. Try your hand at the special gold attack.
Well, that sounds like fun.
Ghost Square, please come and stay at the hotel. Ha 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 ha.
Ooh, ominous.
Chocobo Square, Chocobo Racing takes you into the world of virtual reality. Orc.
Wark, I want to meet a virtual chocobo. They're not virtual chocobos.
No, it's not virtual reality either.
No.
I mean, they must mean it's virtually reality. It is reality. I don't fucking know.
Event Square, an entertaining show is awaiting you.
Not a real chocobo, but a virtual one.
Gold Gate. Oh, we're in Gold Gate, which is the middle.
Gotcha. And nobody else is in this casino? Yeah, we are in a giant open lobby space.
I know, and when we were flying up, you remember we were hearing all those cheers?
The cheering.
I feel like that must have been pre-recorded and played over speakers.
Totally.
Because the population at this casino reflects the difficulty of getting into it.
Yes.
There's nobody fucking here.
Should we start at Event Square and go around?
Sure, yeah, let's take it. So here we are in the event space.
The first place we walk into is an empty arena.
Yeah.
Like a huge amphitheater.
Sorry, but there's no show now.
It's got the
We
bad
put on a
wings.
really unusual show here.
No
It's not
shit.
on today, but come back again sometime.
I do want to see it. Is that like a performer just hanging out in the audience like having a sandwich?
Yeah, I guess.
The gold stage.
You know it's fun because of the music.
But there's no show. Do we just like come on this Saturday? Or there's gotta be a matinee. So we go into a weird, like, second staging area that also allows you to access all the different places. There's like 3 of them in the Gold Saucer that are like, from here you can access any of the places.
Right, and the one at this one is like a train station,
Yeah,
sort
it's
of?
hard to tell. Anyway, there's a big, like, naked guy here who's all buff, and he's talking to us.
It turns out he's the owner.
Hey, boy.
How is it? You having fun? So, you are having fun. Well, good. Good for you, boy.
My name's Cloud. Stop calling me boy.
Me? I'm the owner of the Gold Saucer. The name's Dio.
I walk around here fully naked.
Fully fucking ass naked.
I think he has.
Just
a
call
speedo
me
on, but-
Dio.
Could one of the Disney CEOs, like, walk around Disney World naked? It's private property, right? They own all of it.
That's a good point. Could Bob Iger strip naked and walk around the Magic
Right?
Kingdom?
I mean, and he could, they'd be like, call security, and security would show up, and he'd be like, don't stop.
You're
me.
fired.
Stand down. And they'd be like, are you sure? And he'd be like, yeah, stand down. I'm going on the Matterhorn.
How can we convince him
Like-
to try?
Well, the show would have to become successful enough that we could offer him an amount of money that would be worth it for him to do this.
Join the Patreon.
Join the Patreon.
Join the Patreon
We gotta
right
raise-
now.
How many billions of dollars do you think it would cost?
At least 100.
Okay.
To get him to walk around naked in
Let's
Disneyland, it would have to be worth Disney. Like, it would have to be as much as the company itself is worth, at least, if not also more.
I mean, yeah,
like,
it would
the
have
public,
to be, it would have to
we have
be
to pay
worth
for his public
losing
shame,
his job, yeah.
right? And just like the general feeling that the world has about him
And I
from
mean,
that point
probably, I mean, we'd have to make sure also he was in some kind of position where other shareholders couldn't hold him accountable and stuff like that, because once he's fired, Disney could still press charges against him themselves.
Right, that's the thing.
We
It's
have to
publicly
somehow set
owned.
him up in a way that nobody will. We got to Donald Trump him. We got to get him in a position where nobody's going to like hold his feet to the fire, and he can just do. We need $100 billion.
Yeah, that's what. Okay, join the Patreon.
Not even listening. Talk to the hand, Dio.
By the way, boy, do you know what a black materia is?
Is that a sex thing?
Is that something I shouldn't?
What is it? Ha ha ha. That I say, that's a good one, boy. But that's not good to lie. You can't fool me.
Why'd you ask me?
Well, a while back, a boy your age came in and asked if I had a black materia. I thought you might know who he was, seeing as how you're both about the same age. What?
Did he happen to have a black cape? All young boys know each other?
Well, first of all, we're not boys.
Right.
Second of all, he's talking about Sephiroth,
Who were not the same age as.
who also stopped. Yeah, we're younger,
We're
considerably
definitely younger than him.
Sephiroth.
So is he talking about Sephiroth here?
Yeah, because he says a guy in a black cape came by asking
Yeah.
about a black materia.
So I don't. What the fuck?
Like, Sephiroth stopped by at the Gold Saucer and was just telling people his plans.
Interacting with folks.
Why, yes indeed. And a tattoo on his hand that said 1.
Is that what?
Wait a minute.
Is that Sephiroth?
That guy in the pipe has a tattoo that says 2.
Wait, the sick guy?
Yeah.
the fuck?
I have no fucking... This isn't a scenario where I'm like, put the pizzas together, Jeff. I have no fucking idea. I have no idea what this means.
Well, he's not talking about Sephiroth, the guy with the black cape.
Well, he said a guy with a black cape came in and he had a 1 on
But
his
he was
hand.
like...
Where did he go?
So Dio's thing here is that he saw a child, Cloud, and was like, another child told me about this thing called the black materia. This child's probably also interested in that.
Yeah, like, because we're the same age, he thinks we'd be interested.
It's not like we look alike. What the fuck is he talking about?
Well, I think your assessment is accurate. I think that's literally, he was like, hey, maybe that kid is into black materia too. They're on tour, coming.
But he doesn't, like, tell us what it is either.
No, he doesn't know, I don't think.
I have no idea. Well then.
I say stop by the battle arena if you like, boy.
You'll probably like it. Many of my collections are on display there.
So next we go to Battle Square.
Yeah, this casino's, like, closed.
Yeah, there's no shows. They're doing remodeling.
I'm sorry, we're currently renovating. Okay, so we're gonna be like excited to do all this shit, but it's gonna be like, come back later, it's super fun.
Okay. So we pop out into another place.
I don't even know where, but the music is different here.
Yeah. Well, what is this guy?
Well, he's a big Moogle. He's a big fat white marshmallow.
A big fat thing walks up to you.
How about it? Want me to read your fortune? A bright future. A happy future. Oh, but don't hold it against me if it's not a great prediction. Oh, I'm so sorry. I'm a fortune-telling machine. The name's... Oh, what? Cait Sith? What are you?
He's just your local trustworthy Cait Sith.
Yeah, I mean, he's a fortune-telling machine?
It's a menacing name for a fortune-telling machine.
It's like one of those... The Zabar... What the fuck was that thing in the big...
Oh, I don't remember. Zoltar?
Zoltar, that's
yeah,
it. Not
yeah,
Zabars.
yeah.
That's a Jewish
Except
supermarket
that he walks,
in New York.
Then he has personality, and instead of looking like a fortune teller, he looks like an overweight Moogle, like a serious problem.
And in the close-up, he's a cat?
Well, there's a cat that wears a crown that rides on the back of it, and it's unclear, is one of them Cait and the other one is Sith? Is the cat Cait Sith? Is the whole thing one?
Which part of it is a robot? Is the cat a robot? Is the machine a robot? We have a lot of questions about Cait Sith.
It's complicated.
What is Cait Sith?
So I don't know exactly, but he's definitely a cat riding on top of another thing, like a fat Moogle. What? And it's not clear if the fat Moogle might be like a robot or a stuffed animal. I don't know, but the cat is who you're talking to, the cat wearing the crown.
Oh, I see the picture. Yeah, I see.
Yeah.
I see how it's a cat wearing like almost a witch's hat.
Yeah, like a tiny little like crown.
Oh yeah, I see the crown. God, it's complicated. Okay, all right. Where is this a what?
Yeah.
Fortune reading machine that's actually a cat that will come with us?
Yeah.
Why will it come with us?
I don't know.
I don't think this was the other optional character.
It's not.
What?
It's not.
You kidding?
I can find missing things, missing people, anything. That's why he'll come in with us. Then you can tell me we're a man named Sephiroth, so Cloud is just like an idiot.
He runs back to the group like, guys, I've solved all of our problems. I met this amazing person who can tell the future.
Oh, yeah, it's not that this thing knows anything about it, it's that it's going to predict what happens.
He's going to tell us where to go, where Sephiroth's going to be.
We're going to find out the end of this game right now.
What his weakness is, how to stop him. Like, this guy knows everything.
Sephiroth, right? Okay, here it goes.
Doing a dance.
Ordinary luck, or it will be an active fortune. Give in to the goodwill of others, and something big'll happen after summer. Wait, what's this? Huh? Let me try again.
Did it just spit out like
spits out like a fortune
cookie?
Yeah. Be careful of forgetfulness. Your lucky color is blue.
Oh, great.
Forget
in
it.
bed.
Blue in bed. Wait, give me another chance. Wait, let me try it again.
Okay. Is this Cait a Sith Lord?
So Cait Sith starts, like, reading our fortune.
Yeah, I guess he's not happy with the first 1 or 2 that he gives us.
Yeah, so he keeps pulling them out.
What you pursue will be yours, but you will lose something dear.
Oh no, that sounds like one of those true ones.
I don't know if it's good or bad.
I mean, it sounds like... Alright, whatever.
This is the first time I ever got something like this. Then shall we? What are you talking about? As a fortune teller, I can't help but think about this. If I don't see what it leads to, I won't be able to relax. That's why I'm going with you. What are we gonna do, Cloud? We can't go back with this thing.
Cait Sith spat out a real fortune and is like, oh my god, I need to see how that plays out.
Yeah, this is like his weak explanation of his motivation. As he's like, I mean, how could I live with myself if I didn't see how your life turned out?
Right, so he's coming with us, and we trust him.
Yeah. What?
What the
What
fuck?
are you gonna say?
It's a cat riding a machine?
I'm coming with no matter what you say. Hey. Oh,
Cait Sith, like, enters you like he's becoming a part of the party.
He got inside you.
You can just
It's over.
get done like that?
I don't know, man.
You can just go like, I don't care. Like if I was like, Jeff, I don't care where you're going. I don't have a choice. I just jumped inside of you. I just opened a flap and just like disappeared inside of your body. And I was like, I'm not coming out. You better get walking.
No, I don't. I mean,
Hey.
this is the first time they've ever indicated that would be like a violation somehow.
Oh, he's like, they're always doing this.
Yeah, like, it
I
hurts.
wish they would just ask first.
You wanna look around here?
So we make it to the arcade.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, cool. You have 0 GP. Exchange your GP for prizes? No, we don't have any.
This game's almost being like, GP? That's for games. Okay, we're in the real world where we had gil.
Basketball game. One game is 200 gil. Hold
Wait,
on the O
this
button.
one takes gil?
Well, you get GP by playing these games in the arcade.
The
betting on
GP
Chocobo
are like
races.
raffle tickets.
Yeah, and then once you win those, you can spend them at other places in the casino.
You can go and
But the
redeem
real
like your
money
like
makers for
headphones
them
or
are
your
this
boombox
arcade
if
and
you
the
get a lot of
Yeah,
them.
and the Chocobo races are the big.
Those are their big money makers.
Yeah.
Okay.
There's one of those like arcade basketball machines where you
where-
throw the ball into the like metal mesh net.
And then it rolls back down to you.
Mm-hmm.
Here we are doing super dunk. What do you do to do this? You only get one shot?
I'm gonna get it. I have no idea if
gil
I'm...
every time you're doing this.
Well, why do you think I spent all that time wandering in circles?
You're right.
There's not like there's a meter or anything. It's just like...
Well, what else? What is this? Like, what is it doing? What does it want from you?
So the instructions for this are like press O, and then when you let go of O, he will throw the ball.
Mm-hmm.
And there's some kind of timing involved to get it right, but there's no indication at all of what that is.
And every time you hear that little dun 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 of like him missing a throw, that's 200 more gil.
Yeah, it costs 200 a throw.
A throw.
I don't know.
You spent like $2,000 on this super dunk.
That ball's not even round.
Is this a joke? Is it just a waste of money?
No. Why would it even have a mechanic if it was just unwinnable?
Does it have a mechanic?
I mean, it claimed to.
Try like tapping
Try
it and
once
getting a
more.
really short period of time.
Yeah. Yeah, it changes. Shouldn't have said that. I was about to walk away. Oh. Close that time.
I mean, are we gonna save money for any other games?
I have 20,000.
Still?
Well, not still.
This isn't a cheap super dunk.
Okay, one more.
I mean, I want you to do it. God, what? I mean, did you do it?
I did it! And it came back.
Oh my god, now you gotta do it. You gotta go for the high score. Fuck!
1 GP!
Oh my fucking god,
Oh,
dude.
man. Okay, so that one's probably not a big payout.
Yeah, I don't know that was the world's greatest exchange.
Wonder Catcher, 1 game, 100 gil. Try it.
Yeah, I wouldn't go crazy hearing this music incessantly at all. I mean, could you imagine working with this? Like if you worked in this casino and you had to hear this on repeat for 8-hour shifts or 12-hour shifts maybe.
Unfortunate 50 gil. Oh yeah, this would be a nightmare.
We go up to one of those love tester machines where you put your palms on a thing and then it's like, you have the ability to
I think this is a real Zoltar machine. I think it's a fortune reading machine, is what he said.
What the fuck is Cait Sith doing in this place?
Lying to us, man.
God damn it.
Use caution in relationships. Okay. Good. I want to get on the bike.
Good advice.
So in the second room, there's one of those bike games, where you sit on the motorcycle, and this is how you can replay the Escape from Midgar if you want.
You love that part so much. Sorry, Haley, these cookies are not for you. Oh, sweet, Tron. Oh no, this is the worst. This is the worst minigame, dude. This was so fucking hard.
Now that we've finished the whole game, I would actually say this is one of the better minigames.
Me too, I actually really like it a lot. I felt like this was a comedy of errors when I was trying this. Yeah, this game's fucking great. It's so stupid.
I guess I don't get GP for that.
Really? Well, what do you get? A new high score on that shit?
Yeah. Fuck. Phew, I'm tired. Oh, this seems to be out of order. That's too bad.
Is this
Oh wait, what is this?
That's the DDR game. Yeah, there's a machine that looks like a Dance Dance Revolution, but it's like in front of one of those like sock'em bopper robot.
Yeah, it's like a rock'em sock'em robots. And this game seems to have about the same skill level as Rock'em Sock'em Robots.
Yeah, where you just kind of go at it.
Really clear if you're blocking or whatever.
Oh no.
Do you know what you're doing or
No,
see
I'm just
or
trying to
understand
change
what's
it up, and
happening?
no, not really.
Okay, because
I'm winning. I know that.
It does look like you're getting a lot of face punches in. Okay, yeah. Good work.
I can tell when I hit and when he hits me.
But you don't know why or how or what. I mean, this whole fucking season is gonna be like...
Mini games.
Yeah, like, nobody's gonna remember how much of this game is not the stuff that they remember.
Oh, I think they're gonna know. I think they're gonna be very aware of it.
Oh, really?
Yeah. I don't think there's any way to not be. I mean, like...
I guess you're right.
Oh my god, there's like a whole fucking tournament I gotta fight through. This is so boring. Fuck, I'm losing. Oh no. Oh, we're gonna have to beat this.
I've been waiting for you to get bored and pissed at the game.
Oh no.
Oh, you got fucked.
I got 3 gold pieces though.
Alright.
I'm not doing that shit again.
Do you want to do the 2-player?
I don't think you can.
You're not doing that shit again? Isn't this crazy? You're playing a video game, but you're in an arcade.
In a video game.
You're in a video game in a video game. Mog?
Yes, Mog House.
This is my favorite game in the entire arcade.
Mog and his filthy, filthy house.
It's like a children's story.
Yeah.
This is Mog's house. It's in Mog Forest on Mount Mog.
The beginning of another day in the life of a Mog.
Is this game called
This
Mog?
year, Mog has a Pippa-po-po.
Is Pippa-Poo years old? That's 28 in human years. He's at that age when he should be looking for a mate. You know, when the Moogle's 4 cocks rear
Mog
their heads.
can become an adult, he must learn how to arouse all 4 of his cocks simultaneously. A strain that, if done improperly, can cause his heart to stop beating.
Once this process begins, he cannot stop it. Otherwise,
his heart will explode. Even though Mog trains hard every day, he still can't seem to get off the ground.
Yeah, so what actually happens is Mog needs to fly to impress a lady.
it's his first wings.
look at him go. It's all made even harder by the fact that 2 of his cocks won't become fully aroused unless he's airborne. It's a lot of cocks to focus on for little Mog.
Not to mention his wings, which are made out of cocks too.
God.
Looks like he's got a long way to go.
Here's where you come in. Help Mog learn how to fly by pushing the O button and feeding him his favorite Koopa nut. But don't overfeed him. He won't be able to fly if he's too fat. This sounds like a great game.
Wait.
Give him a nut.
Get Koopo to nut. Okay, so you give him a nut. He comes over. He's aroused. One of his dicks is aroused. He nuts. Another nut. He nuts again.
I guess I'm supposed to not give him too many. I don't know.
Well, I mean, maybe one for each cock.
Is he gonna try to do anything at some point, or how do I know when it's too many?
You should stop now.
You think I just wait?
Yeah.
Look at this water.
Seems like Mog's decided to take another shot at it. Yeah, so Mog climbs up on top of like this little mushroom stool thing, and he's gonna jump and see if he can fly.
Nope.
Unfortunately, he didn't make it. Poor Mog will have to wait some time for a bride. Push continue. Or continue to push start to continue. Well, I don't know.
Okay, have a nut.
How many nuts are you supposed to give this fucker?
I don't know, but I didn't give him enough, obviously.
You didn't give him enough, or did you give him too many? How do you know when you're finished? It's a story game.
Right. Yeah, I guess it could be a game for really little kids. He did it. He's flying. Now he's finally
become fully erect.
Do you think we get to see the money shot? Is he gonna go find his mate?
He's a full-fledged Mog. Yeah. He's gonna Mog all over it.
He's gonna go back inside his red mushroom, if you know what I mean.
Yeah.
That's fucking it.
Tired but relaxed, our little Mog turns out the lights early and goes to bed.
Good night and sweet dreams, Mog.
Yeah, it's a game for a 1-year-old. Oh wait, here comes his mate. It's not over.
Oh, what's this? Here comes a female Mog.
Feed her some more nuts.
She heard the flapping of wings. She got thirsty.
She heard the fapping of wings.
Seems like he likes her too. Now Mog will be able to fly Now will Mog be able to fly? Okay, a few Koopa nuts. Okay.
So in order to actually beat the game, you got to do it again.
Well, he practiced his flying, and now it's game time. So, can he fly in front of the girl?
Well, so we got to can we feed him the right amount of Koopa nuts in front of the girl?
That's the real question.
You just ate, you fat fuck.
How long was he theoretically in that tree?
There we go. It's a game about patience, because I knew I'd fed him enough nuts, but I wanted to feed him more, because...
Yeah, exactly.
He's flying. Mog was able to do it.
Now the female Mog has to...
She must have fallen for his graceful flying form. Sometime later. Looks like things are going good with his new Mog friend. Time for a quiet date in the forest. Her name is Mag. She is a good-natured Mog.
Mag and Mog.
Best of luck to the both of you, Mog and Mag. May you have lots and lots of healthy Mogs.
Oh, they're already there.
One of them is yellow, and one of them is pink, and another one is yellow, and another one is pink. Oh, holy shit!
Oh my god.
Now I can see how you can end up with a Moogle infestation.
Yeah,
pretty
they
quick.
have litters of like 30.
But hey, I mean, if you can put those things to work.
You got a slave race right there, baby.
Bye.
Fiend.
Fan. Fiend.
That better pay out. I love the idea of that cutting out and Cloud going, that game sucked.
No gold piece?
Fuck.
Get me out of here.
None of these games seem to give you any fucking GP.
Yeah.
Everyone is telling us we need to get GP. How do we get it? Is there even just a slot machine? Where's the gambling?
Can we play roulette?
Okay. If we can get 500 gold pieces, we can get this. If we get 300
marks?
Yeah, we found the list of prizes that you can trade in GP for, and it ranges from a potion to question marks.
Yeah.
Yeah, we can
That's
get
what
the
we can get.
ticket.
The mystery box? What's in the box? The box.
The box. The box.
And as we walk up to the Chocobo racing track, that's where we're going to end for the week.
Yeah, we only had time for a partial exploration of the winding nightmare that is the Gold Saucer.
Yeah, there's so much going on in this place, it's ridiculous.
And I really dislike most of it, I think. I'm just going to come out
Me
and say
too.
this now that by the end of the game, we will have spent more than our fair share of time at the Gold Saucer.
That's true. And next episode, we're going to really have a lot of fun betting on races.
Yeah, and you know what? Nobody wins in this
wins in
endeavor.
this. So look forward to that. Are you ready to enter the live stream?
Yeah, let's connect with the totality of the now and see if there's any wayward messages that need to find the masses.
Let's go find those messages.
A little more foreboding in here today than normal.
Yeah, what is that vibe?
But you know, the totality of the now contains all things.
You're
Maybe
right.
we're meant to see the darker side today. What
Maybe.
is the message?
Here it comes. Here's the message. The message reads, check out Witch Earn, which is WITCHURN, which, like, well, you know what a witch is. Broom riding people. And earn, like the thing that you put ashes into.
Mm-hmm.
A black thrash metal project. Check out Witch Earn at witchearn.bandcamp.com. There's a new self-titled EP out. We just listened to a little bit of it.
It rocks pretty hard.
It's fucking awesome. My thought was, like, I would definitely play Doom to this.
Mm-hmm. I mean, yeah, so definitely go check out Witch Earn.
Witchearn.bandcamp.com.
They just released their new self-titled EP. Go check out the Witch Earn EP on their Bandcamp page.
Actually, I think I can hear a little bit of it entering the live stream right now.
That was great.
Thank you so much to Witchearn for that message.
I sometimes like to drive angry, and I think this will be my new soundtrack.
This was legitimately awesome. Everybody should go check out Witchearn. And thank you so much for the support of the show.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, thank you very much.
Let's get the hell out of here. And we're back. If you want a live stream message, they're $25 a piece. Just send an email to nocatpodcast@gmail.com. That's NOCKAT with the subject line live stream, and we'll figure it out.
Yeah, it can be whatever you want, a personal message to somebody else, or an advertisement for yourself, or for your project,
Or whatever creative idea of words that you wanted to string together and have us say.
Yeah.
That's what you can do. So thank you for that. And with that, please rate and review us on Apple Podcasts or iTunes or whatever you want to do.
Yeah, you could write a letter to the editor of your local alt weekly.
As good as that would be going to our Patreon at patreon.com/nocat. That's NOCKAT. You can get the episodes early. You can get a video version. You can get a free t-shirt. The t-shirts are good. People are liking the shirts.
I'm liking the shirt too, and I don't even wear t-shirts as a general rule, but I have been wearing this one.
You can find those at Etsy.com. Just search No One Can Know About This or NoCat, and you'll figure it out.
I don't have anything against t-shirt wearers. I just don't like how they feel on my body.
Yeah, but these feel good.
As always, I want to give a huge thank you from the bottom of my heart to our Patreon supporters who are continuing to amaze me.
Yeah, we would not, as we've said before, continue to do this without you guys. We really appreciate it.
And yeah, it's been, the support has been so good that maybe one day we really will be able to pay Bob Iger to strip naked and walk through Disney World.
It is the dream.
He can go on the whole, at Epcot when you go to every restaurant or whatever, and you have a drink at every country.
Is that like...
Can you go around the world? They have, at Epcot, they have like China.
Oh, that's within Epcot, right?
Yeah, yeah.
And then you can get on the monorail and get around. Yeah.
You get to...
And with that, here's a little No One Can Know About This dessert. I don't feel the need to describe it today. You all know what it is.
Yeah, just think of the perfect dessert for this moment in time.
That's what we got coming right now.
And man, I had this amazing line as my brother and I were watching it at the very end. One of
woman who's one of the villains standing next to a huge cake after her whole ball has gone awry because the monkey is there. Everyone's freaking out. She looks up and Dunstan is on a chandelier leaning down at her. She's in perfect proximity to being pushed into the cake. And I was like, and then like a missile from heaven, and my brother goes, Dunstan checks in. And the monkey jumps on her.
Like a missile from heaven.
Because I just said that, and I was like, I don't know what else to say. And then Bert was like, Dunstan checks in. And jumps on her, she falls in the cake. And I was like,